Greetings all you Starfinders out there, I'm David, the Digital Dungeon Master, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at the Formian race in the new Starfinder Alien Archive. Formians resemble giant ants with humanoid upper bodies and carve their chitinous plates with insignias reflecting their individual names and achievements. Members of a hive all share a telepathic link, allowing them to coordinate efficiently with one another. Within a hive are castes specialized to particular task. The queen leads the hive, which is her only true purpose. Then the aristocratic Mirmarks and mercantile taskmasters lead the lower caste of warriors and workers. The Formian workers are the backbone of hive labor and are hatched in large groups called clutches. Many of these workers never gain a name beyond their number within their clutch. While the workers are strong, they typically flee combat unless ordered to fight otherwise. Formian warriors, by contrast, are fierce, sterile females, each with a stronger individual identity to allow for more effective battle tactics. This individualism makes warriors more likely to chafe under strict hive hierarchies, and these are the Formians most likely to set out on their own. Formians are most common on Castrovel. For millennia, they sought to eradicate the Lashunta, their traditional foes, but their queens now instead focus on adopting other species' technology to industrialize their traditional hive societies. So it looks like we have another insectoid type of race for the Starfinder role-playing game. Now for the Formian, that's going to be a good solid choice for any type of melee-based character. Now, as the Formian, you will get a +2 to your strength ability score. You will also get a +2 bonus to your constitution score. And finally, you will take a -2 penalty to your wisdom ability score. Now, for your base starting hit point pool, the Formian will give you 4 hit points. So as I was saying, the Formian will be a good choice to play a melee-based type of character. So there's 3 obvious choices here, and one would be the soldier, another would be the operative, and lastly, you could also go with the Solarian. And the strength is going to help you across the board no matter what class that you choose for your melee base attacks. The Constitution is an obvious gimme as well. It's going to help you with your stamina point pool. Now, for the soldier, if you need a little bit, and this goes for not only the soldier, but also as the primary score for the operative and also defenses for the Solarian, you could go with a dexterity-based theme, much like the Outlaw or the Ace Pilot. Now, if you need a little bit more constitution, you could go with either the Bounty Hunter or the Spacefarer, or if you're going with the Solarian, because remember, the Solarian is a charisma-based class, and if you're going to go with the Solarian, you need a little bit more charisma. Think about going with the Xenoseeker or the Icon themes. But the main thing that I can tell you is play whatever class and theme combination that you want to play. Not starting with a +2 to a starting ability score, which is the primary for a class, is not going to matter. It's not going to break the game, and you can take a theme to make up one of those lost 2 points, and you'll also get every 5 levels your ability score adjustments as well. So don't worry about it. It's not going to break the game, like I said, and play what's going to make you happy. So what are these racial features that the Formian will give you at level 1? So your size and creature type, you'll be considered a medium-sized monstrous humanoid. Next, for your speed, you will get 30 feet of land movement per round. And lastly, you will get Formian senses, and Formian senses will give you dark vision out to 60 feet, and with dark vision, you see in a dark environment everything around you within 60 feet, and you see this in black and white. And lastly, for Formian senses, you will get a scent-based blind sense up to 30 feet in front of you. Now you can go to page 262 and 263 in the Starfinder Core Rulebook to read up more about blind sense. So your next racial feature is limited telepathy, and this is where you will be able to telepathically communicate with any other creature that's within a 30-foot range of you, and you have to be able to communicate and share the same language. Now, this racial feature would work really well in combat situations, especially when you're trying to go into stealth mode with your party members, and it also could work well with you in a role-playing situation where you have an audience with maybe a squire and king, and you could telepathically communicate with each of them. So your next racial feature is sonic resistance, and this is where, as a Formian, you will have a natural 5 resistant to any sonic spell that is cast against you. And resistance works like this. Whenever a spellcaster is casting that sonic spell against you, that spellcaster will need to do a check. And this check is called a caster check. And when this person does a caster check against you, it will be a d20 plus their character level, and then the result of that roll is compared to your resistance. So if the caster casting the sonic spell rolled lower than your resistance of 5, so a 4 or lower, which actually would be pretty hard to do depending on the level of the caster, then if they fail that check, then that spell does not affect you. Now you can go to page 265 in the Starfinder core rulebook to read up more on how resistance works. And lastly, you will get natural weapons. This is where you as a Formian are always going to be considered armed and dangerous, even if you don't have any weapons in your hands. So your natural weapons will give you a 1d3 lethal piercing damage, and they will not count as archaic weapons. And if they would be considered archaic weapons, then you would get a -5 to damage. But seeing that they are not considered archaic, you will do the 1d3 lethal piercing plus all of your other bonuses. So then at level 3, your natural weapons racial ability is going to give you another bonus. And this is going to be a damage bonus to all of your unarmed natural weapon attacks. And this damage is considered a weapon specialization. And usually a weapon specialization will give you a 1 times your character level bonus modifier to add on to all of the other modifiers that you would have. But seeing that this is a special or a unique weapon specialization, natural weapons gives you a 1.5 compared to the normal 1. So 1.5 times your character level as being a Formian, and you will be considered unique weapon specialized now with your unarmed natural weapons. Now you can go to page 163 in the Starfinder core rulebook to read more about weapon specialization. So there we are, everybody. That is the new Formian race from the brand new Starfinder Alien Archive. I want to know down in the comment section below what you guys think of this new insectoid type of race. Do you like the Formian or do you not like it? And what class and theme would you choose to go along with this Formian race? I want to know down below. So if you enjoyed this video, and I really hope you did, please do me a huge favor and give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And in case you guys and gals didn't know, I do have a YouTube channel that has over 4,000 videos with Starfinder, with Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, Savage Worlds, Fantasy Age, Fantasy Grounds, and much more. Check it out. So anyway, my name once again is David, the Digital Dungeon Master. And until next time, happy gaming and keep it safe.